Can't take any action. Close it up.
And welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants Welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed
Not AT. Bucket list. I want to climb Katahdin in the winter. Okay. That's that fruit.
Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
Welcome to the October 6th ICDA meeting. We do not have a quorum, so we will just do some chatting and talking without any decision making. So the members in the room are Ethan Deming and Roger Rutt. Anyone on Zoom?
So I'm going to skip the branding features because we know where we are on that. The gateway features, I did make 2 more attempts to contact that landowner with no answer. So I'll continue going out there and trying to make attempts to get a hold of that landowner. That would be for the Eastern Gateway feature. And I want to remind you all that we are also working with PennDOT on them putting a messaging board out there. So we don't want a conflict between where the Eastern feature goes and a messaging board.
Would those work well in the same spot potentially?
Potentially, yes.
I think that's probably our best bet at this point is basically try to piggyback on PennDOT. Say, hey, you acquire a larger parcel, we can work together to design something that works for both of us.
Right. The next discussion is the Business Improvement District Authority. We do need the authority to have appointed members, and I know that these authority members have been working to figure out who should be on that. And the Board of Supervisors has been doing the same. We did just receive notice today from Krista Mylan, who is the Executive Director of Mennonite Life, that she does not have an interest in serving on the bid authority. And so we do need to consider other possibilities. This is something that in the ordinance would require to be in place so that we can start the taxation in January of 2026 for the bid area. Because that authority would determine how those funds are spent based on the budget that was in the plan.
And I've been in contact with Kate Reiser at Langston Mennonite School, so I need to get her on the phone rather than email messages. And I copied Ethan on it in that also.
Yeah, because I think in the organizing documents, we have to have someone from, if they're available, if we have any institutions, and I believe that's the only institution in the bid area.
Yeah, I think there's a grouping of institution, theater. And so if we have someone from the theater arena that may serve in that capacity.
In other words, we may not need someone from there. It'd be great if we could have someone from the visitor center. So it might be worth, doing a phone call and explaining. I have a few folks who have questions as well that I just need to get back and sort of wrap up. So my understanding is we're shooting for at least 5 people to start. They would have to organize, and my understanding is staff would assist them in setting up bylaws and a meeting schedule. And then I don't anticipate for the first year would be a lot of official meetings, maybe a quarterly meeting, similar to sort of this meeting schedule that they could organize and then meet, and then they would adopt bylaws. The bylaws would determine then if they want to expand some more members, how they would choose those members. And then it would set the fee schedule and start that fee process. So it wouldn't necessarily be a heavy lift as far as needing to attend more than maybe 4 meetings a year.
Yeah, I might suggest that there'd be probably 2 meetings at the front end of the year to move things along. But other than that, I agree with you that it would be probably
And
quarterly.
they could have an informal, maybe smaller committee meetings that recruited more input from more of the business owners at an national level. So there'd be more feedback and input, but maybe a smaller group that actually does the managing of the authority at the outset and involved there.
My understanding is that we need a group of people to get it off the ground, and they're not committing to like a 10-year. I mean, we need somebody we need a group to set the bylaws so we can get the taxation started and things like that, so.
And it also doesn't have to be the property owner or the business owner. It can be someone who works in that business. So it could be a local branch manager. It could be one of the employees of the business. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who maybe has 15 other board commitments and meetings. If you're designating one of your staff, senior staff to attend or participate via proxy, not in those meetings.
Okay.
So I have communication with 4 folks that either they or their designee may be interested in. So we have I think someone from the Mennonite Visitor Center would probably be a really good fit. Ideally, if not, we can find someone else too. And timeline wise, we would have to, at our November 10th meeting,
November 10th is the board of supervisors.
we have to advertise ahead of time that we're is that a hearing I think we're doing?
It is.
So it's a short hearing, we appoint those members and then they get started. Hopefully, quick meeting right after we appoint them and they're off to the races.
All the discussion items I have.
Okay.
End of discussion? End of discussion meeting.
Okay.